have to find it on my own. Welcome to everybody who's stuck with me. Here I am. That's that thumbnail that you see is the top of my camera setup. I will have to change that thumbnail. Thank you for coming back. I'll wait for folks to come back in. You're filing in pretty good. Oh, how many times are we going to have to do this tonight, Tanya? If you're still around. I think Tanya had to. Yeah, they really need to. Hi, G. Welcome. Sharon. Aunt Beck. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. What would we do without Janet? She's just so helpful. It broke it again. Oh, Beck broke it again? Mark is saying that because Beck had trouble on Wednesday night. Yeah, YouTube has been really cranky this week. Thank you to everybody who's coming back in. I'll wait just a little bit before I talk. I'll just sit here and say hello to everybody. Hi, Maria. I get to see, there's Stephanie. She's coming back. That's not you, Steph. I've been having this data problem ever since I've started. Ever since I started, I've had this data connection problem. Hi, 33rd and Franna. And Danny Coleman. Hi, Danny. Good to see you all. You probably snuck in on the first stream when I didn't see you while I was opening my Happy Mail. I hate when it drops me like that. Mary Zink, hi. Welcome back. Who am I missing? 33rd, Mark, Eva, Janet, Sharon. I'm not seeing all these people you're saying. Oh, Linda, there's Linda. Hi, Linda. But you said hello to, Bev. Where's Bev? Bev, speak up. Sometimes I don't see. Janet will say hello, and I don't see them until she says hello. So if I miss saying hello to you, I'm really sorry. You're welcome in here. Okay, we've got a good crowd back in here. I was showing you, this is 24 volumes. I can hardly hold it up here. 24 volumes. The new International Illustrated Encyclopedia of Art. There's Jen. Hi, Jen. And this is I didn't look to see what copyright date it was. Copyright, it's in MCM-LXXI. I think that's 1971, right? MCM-LX. It's either 71 or 51. Somebody tell me what MCM-LXX. I think L is 50 and XX is 10, so I think that's 1971 copyright date. That would make sense. This doesn't look like a 50s book. This looks like a 70s. So this is, look at these woodcuts. Wow. But I'm not going to cut out of this. What I want to do is, and I'm going to start with, let me move these because you get the idea of how many I have here. I'm going to have to find a bookshelf to put them on. I'm going to start with, I think, Volume 1. 1971. Thank you, 33rd. And I think I'm going to do a History of Art series. Let me divide this in half so it's a little there. I think that I'm going to do an art journal series of History of Art. And I think I'm just going to follow. This is Volume 1. Oh, and it starts with A. Oh, I think it's going in alphabetical. It tells the scope of the encyclopedia. I haven't looked at these since I just brought them in this afternoon. How to use it. Yeah, it says all the entries and innumerable cross-references are arranged in alphabetical order by keyword. For instance, you will art and architecture, the United States, listed under United States. Oh, but you should look it up under American art. You would be referencing several articles. So this is all introductory here, but see, like there's abacus and A-B-B-A-T-E. So this does not go in Abby. It does not go in Mary. Here's Bev. There's Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Thank you, Jerry. Thanks for coming back, Jerry. Hi, Lisa and Anne. Bev from Oz. I finally saw you, Bev. Now, I did not see you before. Hi, Wolfie. Thanks for coming back. Bev, I just did not see you until Janet said hello to you. I think that's I've noticed that before. So if I miss saying hello to you when you come in, just realize that sometimes I don't see it. I don't know if it's my phone or the chat. I try to catch y'all, but I'm really good at welcoming folks. So when she says hello, then I see you. Welcome, Anne. And I wanted to talk to you, Anne-Laure. If you're interested in Zoom, would you email either Jerry or myself your email address so that we can put you on the list? I thought I saw you showing an interest in our very first meeting where we did the Zoom thing, but we don't have an email address for you. Don't put it here. Either email me or Jerry. Okay, good. Only if you're interested. We don't want it to coerce anybody, but if we don't want to leave anybody out either. And that this Zoom is open to everybody. It's an open meeting. If you're interested, we're thinking that of the people that come, not everybody's going to be able to make every session. So, yeah. Mark said he was here 10 hours before she noticed. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mark. There's Allie. Oh, before I noticed that. And a lot of times I don't know what you're saying, Mark. Mark was saying he was in here 10 hours before Mary even noticed me. Peppermint tea break. I got some peppermint tea. I've been enjoying that peppermint tea. Yeah, we know Mark's being a smarty. But look, this book, it's not in chronological order, but some of it's early. This is African art, which would make me think. And there's Adam. So this is really an interesting arrangement. Are encyclopedias generally in alphabetical order? I forgot how encyclopedias, like the World Book Encyclopedia, are they in alphabetical order? I haven't used a hard copy World Book Encyclopedia for so long, but this is all in alphabetical order, which is kind of interesting. But what I'm thinking is, are they? Okay. Well, then this goes right along with that pattern. But what I'm thinking is, rather than doing reverse collage or something like that, like if I'm at a page like this, and this is Ajanta, India, detail from a wall painting. What I might do is pick out a phrase, or I might pick out something in here and either illustrate it here, or if I add a page, it's going to add bulk to the book. And I haven't decided if I want to add extra pages. If I add extra pages, I'm going to have to break the spines. So I just got these. I'm still deciding. So, but I think I want to walk through the arts through this encyclopedia. And this will be a 10-year project. Bev says, I just had some peppermint chocolate. I had white chocolate after supper today. So I've had my chocolate fix. Susan. Hi, Susan. You're listening and glancing tonight. Die cutting. Oh, you're die cutting. So that was my big library sale find. She gave me about 30% off on these, which I thought was very generous of her. I bought the entire set, and I think I paid $20 for the entire set of 24 volumes. So she gave me a little discount in there. Hi, Susan. Oh, did I say hello to you? I did. Well, hi again. So let me get these out of the way, which means I'm going to put them on the floor right by that sewing machine that I'm getting ready to use. So the next thing that I wanted to do, well, let's kind of talk about Pierre. I haven't done much to it. I'll show you to him. He's still drying out. He's still drying out. He's not going to get completely dry, I don't think. I think I'm going to have to take his head off and turn the bottle upside down so that the bottom can dry, because it's still a little spongy. And it's getting dry here. So I have not done anything to him since the last time we talked, but we kind of talked about his drying out stage here, which yeah, which you know, kind of thinks he might be on a 12-step program, which I'm not opposed to that, because you know, hey, we all have our issues in life. And I was thinking, well, Penelope's been sitting over here kind of keeping her faults quiet. So she and I had a conversation. I said, Penelope, what are you addicted to? And she looked me right in the eye and she said, chocolate. And potato chips. And I said, no more for you, young lady. So we don't want her bursting out at the seams here. So we've got two very human, unperfect pincushion dolls here. And I love both of them. I think they're going to make a wonderful pair. So, but I haven't done any more to Pierre. I think I'm going to turn him upside down and let him dry out a little here. I'll probably be working on him next week in the early mornings. Chocolate-covered potato chips. You're going to give Penelope a sugar fit here. Penelope and I have something in common, Packer says. A love for salty snacks. Salty and sweet rolled into one. I usually leave Penelope on my desk, or if I'm painting, I'll put her up, but I'm going to leave her down there. Pierre goes up here, out of the way, so I don't knock him over, knock his hat off. So I wanted to show you him. Now, the next thing I want to do is something new, kind of, sort of. And I was working on it. I was working on it tomorrow in my morning video. I actually have a video that's going up tomorrow morning at 4. It's not a live stream. It's a real standalone video. Welcome back, Beth Ann. Put him upside down in a juice glass. Okay, Barb, I will. Good idea. So, in our Thursday early morning live stream, we got off on this conversation of eyes and different... Where is it now? I have to thumb through till I find it. It's here. We did a list of different eyes. And I'm thinking what I want to do tonight is actually, I carved, it's not on here. I carved the open eyes for tomorrow in my video tomorrow. Not open eyes. This is the open eye. Eyes looking up. So the eyes is like you're looking up into the sky. So that'll be on tomorrow's video, but I thought this is not hard to do. And I'm going to try to carve right here in front of everybody, because it's not hard. It's really not hard. I would not do a detailed stamp carving live, but I'm going to try it and see if it works. And what I need is my pencil, my ballpoint pen, my ink. I'm using the Speedball carvers. I've got the V here. I've been using that. I call it a V blade. It's kind of like, I don't know if it's the largest. It's kind of a medium. And then I've got the small V blade. This is the one I use the most. And then I've got a knife one. There's 5 blades. The other 2 are in here. But I haven't been using them that much. Let's see. What else do I need here? I don't think I need. I'm going to put over here. I need my paper where I sketch from. I'm going to try this and see if I can do this live. And it'll probably take me a little bit. Yes, welcome to everybody who's come in. And here again, I've already had to start one session. If I buffer, I might have to start another session. So watch for that and I'll be back. Generally, I can just restart it. I lose my data connection sometimes and I have to restart. But this time it wouldn't let me restart it. So I don't know what's going on. But what I've been liking are these Pentel high polymer erasers. Now at retail, they cost $4 for 3, but I can't find them in these 3-packs anymore. I see them $2 a piece. But let me tell you, for an eraser, that's kind of expensive, but they're worth it. They are, no, I don't know about erasing. I haven't tried to erase with them, but I love them for carving. They almost carve better than the Speedball Speedy Carve, in my opinion. But then I'm about as experienced of a stamp carver as I am of a jelly printer. Now, before I zoom in, I'm going to draw an outline of this stamp right here, just like that. And let's see if I can. I'm going to try to zoom in. Let's see if I can stay in frame. There. Now, if I put my ink pad here, and if I keep my drawing here right next to my ink pad, I'll be in frame. That's my logic. Will it work? Oh, except I put it over my flirty eyes. These are the flirty eyes here. Now, her flirty eyes are at an angle. So I am going to try to angle them. But I might have to kind of sketch these out to figure out, because I want to get 2 eyes on the eraser. But I found in the one that I did tomorrow that I'm going to upload tomorrow, that I have to make the eyes smaller than I would like in order to fit them both on there. But that's okay. This is an eraser stamp. So I'm putting her eyes at an angle. Now I'm not going to put the eyebrows. The eyebrows can be sketched in there, drawn in there, whatever. And that's what kind of makes it easy, is I'm just drawing. I'm just going to cut these lines out. But on the flirty eyes, Pinelope has flirty eyes. Her eyeballs, you can see it really good on one. Her eyeball is right there in the corner of her eye. And here it's a little bit harder to see because it's dark in there. Actually, her paint is kind of scratching off of her face paint scratching off. But her eyeball is right in there. I should put a heart on there. I might put a heart. Let's get the eyeballs in there first. I like the idea of doing a heart. So I'm just going to kind of get the... And I'm making big, thick lines because they'll be easy to carve. And I really kind of like how my one tomorrow turned out, but I don't want to show it to you. I want you to see the video tomorrow. And then I'm just going to put a little white in her eyes and shade it in. A little white eye here. It doesn't have to be perfect right now. I'm just kind of sketching. I'm going to put a little heart here. That might be a little hard to carve, but we'll see. If I don't do it, I'll just carve it out. Now, what I want to do is come in with my pencil And I'm going to just pencil line along where I drew, because I'm going to transfer this to my eraser using graphite as the transfer. And this is a soft pencil. This is an HB Derwent sketching pencil. HB, soft lead. Whoops, I covered her eye. I covered the white. I'll have to remember that. I wanted white in there. And then I have the heart here. And then her eye this way. These are going to be flirty eyes. And then I just cut this out. Now I carved Pinelope stamp. I showed you Pinelope, but I generally, when I do carving, I have to get my head right over it to see what I'm doing. But I think that these eyes are going to be simple enough that I can work a 1.5 feet away from my face. I might have to adjust the position of those just a little once it gets on the eraser, because we will see. Well, let's throw this away. And what did I do with my eraser? Pulled it out here. Here it is. And then you just turn it upside down. I take my bone folder. Now, yeah, when I put her down, she's going to be looking this way. But when I stamp her, she'll be looking back that way again. So just kind of situate her on the stamp, on the eraser, and then just transfer it by rubbing the back of the paper. This is common knowledge. This isn't anything new. This is done a lot by people who create stamps. In fact, I learned from everybody. I'm just showing you what I learned. Just kind of transfer. And you can use carbon paper. There are a lot of ways to transfer your pattern. Or if you're brave, you can just draw it on there. But I like to transfer it because then I have the pattern. Now, it's not completely when I say detailed, but I do like how when I transfer, the graphite kind of makes her eyes look a bit more alive to me. And I noticed that on my other one too. So what I do here is I come in and I do what I say, detailing it. I come in with my ballpoint pen. This is just a regular Pilot G2 pen. I guess G2 is a gel pen. And I just come in and do what I say is detailing it. And now I have her eye actually coming off of the edge of the eraser, but I think what I'm going to do is leave a line there and actually leave that line when I carve. I might have wanted to bring that eye down a little, but that's just, you know, as you create stamps, that's just something you want to play with. And I could leave the eyeball. And I could give her eyelashes, but I'm not going to fool with that on a live session because I'd have to carve them. So here's her eyeball in here, and I want to give her a white of an eye in there. So I'm just going to kind of draw a little white, and then I know this is all black. So I'll leave the black, and I'll carve away the white. Just like this. And then I'm going to put that little heart in here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. It might be easier to... And if you're talking to me, I'm not seeing any comments while I'm doing this. Let's see, I don't like this eye. This eye needs to be come down a little bit more. Maybe even this one a little bit darker line. So these are flirty eyes. And actually it could come down. Where's my sample? Well, right here, I even want it down into the corner. This one can come way down. I don't need to carve in here at all. Maybe make that eyeball a little smaller. And this one will come way into the corner. So she's looking off over this way as I'm carving it. But when I stamp it down, she'll be looking off over this way, like this one. Oh, you probably can't see the sample, but let me go ahead and when I carve a small eraser like this, I turn my ink cartridge, my ink pad in the cartridge, the plastic case that it comes in, upside down, and it's got that ridge there. I've used this one forever. And then I can just fit that eraser right in there, and it kind of holds it, just like if you're carved stamps a lot, you know you can buy those tools that will square up your carving, and so that you can hook it off to the edge of the table, and it's a lot easier to carve. I'm going to move this pattern because you're not seeing it. I'm pulling it out of the way so I can actually carve. All right, knowing that I need to keep this centered so you can see what I'm doing, I'm going to start out with the little number 1 blade, number 1V blade. And I'm going to start out just right around her eye here, just on the outside of that dark line. And I'm just carving it out, just making a line. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I really like how these blades go through the polymer eraser. It really is, there's no grain to it. I mean, some of that carving material that you get, or even an eraser, those pink erasers, they'll get grainy on you, and they'll get, what do you want to call it? Grainy. They'll grainy. That's all I can think of right now. So these, it's just like, almost like cutting through a cube of butter. Or a soap, a really soft soap. If you had a bar of really soft ivory soap, that's almost what it's like to carve on these erasers. I really do like them. All right, so I got my outside carved. Let's see if I can carve that little heart while I'm here. Just carve around it. I'm just carving around the heart. I want to remember to stay centered here so you can see, stay in frame. Sometimes I get out of frame, as Mark can tell you. And I'm trying to watch that I don't buffer. Now here's a point to where I would need to get my nose up to it, but I think I can do it there. And I need to, and you always want to, when at all possible, carve away from your hand so you don't slip and jab yourself. That's a rule. So now I want to carve out the white of her eye. So I'm starting just right on the other side of the eye here, and I'm just carving, and I'm actually turning the eraser. I'm not turning the tool. Just like when you fussy cut, you turn the paper. And then I'm just carving the shape of the white of her eye. Now, I'm not an expert. You might be watching somebody who does this all the time, and you know, listen to your experts. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. And I hear them say when you carve, you bring your blade in, and as you get to the end of where you want it to be, you always point your blade up again. And that will break off your end piece of your little piece that you want to get out. Now I think I can switch to my larger blade and actually carve out. And here again, I'm wanting to bring this up to my face. You can actually carve out, and you don't have to carve real deep. I tend to go too deep, but that's why I like these erasers. They are at least a ½ inch thick. At least a ½ inch thick. And these are, if you didn't hear, they're the high polymer Pentel erasers. They're white. I got these in a package of 3, but I can't find them in 3 anymore. I find them just the same type of packaging, but only 1 eraser. I think when I'm tending to think that the 3 in a package may have been a promotion. I don't know that. But I know that I can't find them at Walmart. I can't find a Hobby Lobby in packs of 3. I can find them in packs of 1. And they cost about $2 for 1 eraser. Which is kind of expensive, but it's kind of worth it. Let's see. Let's go back to my... I don't want to nick her eyeball there. And you just kind of carve away. Carve away the excess. I think that might be enough in there. Now, let's carve out the other eyeball. No, let's carve her, the little white of her eye here in the corner of her eye. You just kind of have to nick it. You would be surprised how a few little nicks is all you need. Now I'm going to carve out the white of her eye down here just by outlining it. Because where that black line is, I want to leave. I don't want to carve that away. And I'm just carving around. YouTube's being good to me so far. And then I just want to carve her round of her eye here. And here again, I'm moving the eraser. I'm actually moving this ink pad, stamp pad, rather than moving the tool. When I carve this way, I move the tool. But when I go around those curves, I actually turn my piece. When I'm doing these, when I'm actually digging it out, carving it out, I'm actually moving my tool across the eraser. And really, I can do the... I can do the large piece here. Get this out of here. And to me, while I'm carving this is not how I normally carve. Normally, I have this closer up to my eyes so that I can see clearly what I'm doing. I'm kind of far away from my work here. Okay, so now all we have left to do, well, let's give her a white eye down here. Let's give her some, carve out a little here. Just, we might have to go back and refine that, but that's part of the process. The next thing that I do is, see, this has got a nice edge to it, nice square edge, but I like to carve that edge away. I just run my V blade along the edge. I just carve that away on all sides, except I won't carve it away here because that's going to be part of the eye. And I won't carve it away down there. Just carve it away, and I do that on all sides that aren't going to be a part of the design. And that just, for me, that kind of shapes it up so that I don't stamp it. And I've got enough. Like I said, this eraser is really thick. I got enough that I can really scoop it out here. And then I just go in and carve away all this excess. Being careful around this heart and around the eye. Carve this away. And welcome to everybody that's coming in. I'm not watching chat while I'm doing this because I'm watching my carving. I'm carving a set of flirty eyes. And I'm going to do an entire stamp series. I've got open eyes and flirty eyes and closed eyes and surprised eyes and eyes that are winking. And if you think of any more, let me know. I've got a list of about 10. Eye in profile, animal eyes, reptile eyes, children's eyes, sad eyes, eyes that are crying, and tired eyes. Those are the ones that we came up with in our morning. Early morning, we were thinking. We were thinking. We were doing the unthinkable and thinking early morning when your brain's still fresh. For some of us. I have to say, I really enjoy the early morning sessions. I am enjoying them. And the gals that come in are so nice to me. A lot of them are getting ready to go to work, getting ready to start their day. If they're not working, they certainly are up and about and feeding their kitties and getting their husbands off to work. And they always stop in, and if they can't stay, they say hello, just peeking in to say hello, and I get to wish them a good day. And I get a lot of art done. But I still lose my data connection. Some mornings are stable, and other mornings are just horrible. I'm getting a lot of shavings off on my desk here. I'm getting ready to stamp it here soon. It won't be long. Oh, I think I nicked it. Oh, well. We'll see. Might be able to clean it up. I tend to want to go too deep. I tend to want to dig down, and that kind of gouges it. You don't need to dig deep. You just need to shave it away. See if I can't smooth it out a little here. And smooth it out a little in here. Get my hand out of the way there. Now these eyes are a little close together, but that's because I don't have a lot of room on this stamp. So they're going to be close together. If I can't get some area in there. It won't be long. I'm getting ready to do a stamp. I'm just kind of cleaning up the parts that are sticking up. Yeah, I nicked it there on her eye. Right there, I kind of nicked it, but it might just add a little charm to it. Let's see. I think just clean it up a little in here, maybe. Get that finger out of the way, Mary. And maybe clean it up a little around the heart. And I have to tell you, this #1 blade is a well-used blade. And it just goes through this polymer eraser just fine. I really like how this polymer eraser carves. It's really soft. It's easy to carve. It is very easy to carve. I would give this to grade school kids to carve. Now I need to get the sides off here. I'm just about ready to do a stamp off here. I want to clean it up around the heart a little more. I hope I didn't get out of frame. I tend to want to bring it closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. I got some shards in here I want to clean up right in there. All right. Let's see. I want to round this eye off just a teeny bit. We'll see how that stamps. All right, I think I'm ready to give it the first impression, and then you clean up as you go. Let me empty the carvings in my wastebasket. Okay, let's see. I've been stamping off in this book for final, so I'm going to get it out. But I also do a stamp off right here on you can't see the book, but I'll do the stamp off right here. Let me stand up so I can see what you're seeing. I probably got out of frame a little bit there. Sorry if I did. All right, let's... Where is it? What did I do with it? Oops, bumped the camera. Oh dear, where did I go? There it is. It's hiding. All right, let's see what my flirty eyes look like. Here's how it looks. I may have to clean up this area here a little. I was trying to clean it up right. I may need to clean that up a little, clean it up a little in here. But let's go ahead and do the first stamp and see how these flirty eyes look. Did anybody time me to see how long it took me? Of course, we could time it. We could time it after the video's processed. Probably took me a little over a half hour, maybe 45 minutes. I've only been going 44 minutes on this, so... Now, see, I can already tell that heart needs to be cleaned up, but let's go ahead and stamp it off. Now, I was thinking that she would look off over this way, but I could have been wrong here. I get mixed up. About 30 minutes, Steph? Thank you. Oh, no, she's looking off over that way. So, here she is. Now, I got to do some cleanup. I've got to do some cleanup right in there, around in here, around the heart. Maybe a little cleanup up there. But I like the darkness of it, and maybe just a little bit of cleanup there. So what I do, I generally do this in my book. Let me do it in the book, because I keep track of it that way, of what I do to clean that up. So let me stamp this again. This is still first. This is still the first impression. Thank you, Donna, and welcome. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Thank you, Beth Ann. Thank you, 33rd, Linda. Thank you, Sharon. We'll see. These are not hard to do. They're not hard to do. And let me tell you, I don't know if G is in here, G Brody. She was in the first chat where, before we fell, I saw her in here. She does some beautiful faces out of erasers. I looked at them and oh my goodness. It's been a couple years ago, I think, but we were doing carving stamps last year. Or in February too, I carved faces off of stamps. Not big eyes like this, but faces. And G had showed me some of the ones that she was carving. And oh my goodness, she did an excellent job. So here is my first impression. Sorry. I'm back. Thanks for sticking with me. I try to catch it when I buffer, but let's see. I got to get this set. There. So this, it really doesn't take too long. And the more you do it, the more ideas you get. Let's see. This is my eyes. EYES stamp series. I'm going to do a series. And this is actually number 2. Because number 1 is going to be shown tomorrow in my video, my upload video. So this is number 2, and I'm going to call these Flirty Eyes, Flirty. And I like how dark this is. I like this area right in there. And that's a nice clean line. This is not a clean line, but it might have been, well, that's because that's where I nicked it too. I nicked it. This is the nick, I think, in here. I need to clean this area right here, though. But this is clean. This area here is nice and clean. So let me see if I can... Let me see if I can do just a little touch up here before I quit for the night on it. Let me clean this out. Let's clean... Can you see what I'm doing? Clean this out with ruining it, without ruining it. Right in there, maybe. Don't ruin it, Mary. There. Right in there. And I actually think I want to try to clean this entire line up. Right here. I think I got enough that I can. Just carve it off. And a little bit more, maybe. I want to get rid of that nick. I nicked it. I think that's a little better. Let's clean this area out in here and maybe... I'm not sure that's exactly what I want, but we'll see. We will see. But I want to say again how easy this eraser cuts. I would recommend this for carving. In fact, I wish I could get it in larger sizes. I think I'll write to Pentel. Let's clean this area here out a little. Clean it out just a little in there, maybe. I want to round off my heart, but I don't want to destroy it. Come on. One right in there. And around the edge here. This is where I really need to get this up to my face to see what I'm doing. I'm kind of working away from my eyes, so I really have to get up close to it. And you would just see the top of my head if I did. I don't want to show you the top of my head. All right. And I like that area. Let's see, is there anything in the eyes? I think that this just didn't stamp good in there. I'm going to try it again. I usually have to go through about 3 tries before I get it where I'm happy. 3 cleanups. But we might, whoops, that was smart. We might just stop with 2 tonight because I don't want to bore you guys. Probably already bored. Let me stand up and see what you guys can see. Thanks for coming back in after I fell. Let's go ahead and here it is. I really got a deep cut right in there, don't I? But I don't think that matters. Oh, she almost looks angry there. Her eyes, see, that's the thing. Here they look flirty. They look angled here to me. Well, they look kind of square. They look kind of square there, which would be right there. It would be this one. Maybe I should unsquare that. Hi, G. Hi, G. There you are. I was telling them about your beautiful carved stamp, eraser stamps, G. Beth Ann says, does anybody know? I've checked my stash and I have Prismacolor Magic Rub erasers. I had never heard of those. They look like these Pentel polymer. Are they in the packaging? Or do you still have them in the packaging? Because this says high polymer eraser. And I'm thinking the polymer is the substance that they are made out of. High quality, latex-free eraser removes lead easily and cleanly with very little pressure. It gives a warranty down here. It even gives a limited warranty on them. Well, it's valid in the United States and Canada. Oh, only in the United States. I never saw that warranty before. But they're latex-free. But I'm thinking if you see anything on there that says they're polymer or high polymer on your packaging, that might give you a hint. Non-abrasive eraser. I don't know, Beth Ann. I'm just saying. They are vinyl. Depends on how soft they are. If it's a hard vinyl, it might be, if it's a harder eraser. These are really soft. I wish you could feel them. I wish you could feel them. They're soft. See, look. I don't want to say they're spongy, but they're soft. They're not like a hard, firm eraser like you might see on some of your pencils. They are easy to use. These or the... Oh, they do say latex-free? Beth Ann? Well, if they say latex-free, you might try it. Try it and see. I don't know if Barb Owen is still in here, but I got such a kick out of her. She was talking about her paste papers, and she stopped. She stopped, and she pointed the camera at herself, and she zoomed in on her face, and she said, I have to tell you something. And everybody stopped to listen. And then she said, I don't know everything. I got the biggest kick out of that. I'm going, yeah, Barb, we know you don't know everything. And Barb is an expert. Barb is an expert. She's one that people go to for. But I get what she's saying. If you don't know, try it and see. And then you can be the expert on them. Yeah, try something simple like a square or maybe like a frame, you know, a square and then cut out a circle inside of it or something like that, a diamond inside of that. Let's see. But I got a kick out of Barboan. I'm not brave enough to aim the camera at my face like she did. See, what did Aunt Beck said something, didn't she? Did I miss Aunt Beck saying something? No. I don't know where Aunt Beck flashed through my head. That's how I feel all the time, Beth Ann. Yeah, a diamond would be really easy inside of a square because you just have to do a square inside of a square. So let's stamp off this next one and let's just see what... I'm not going to spend all night on this, but I might even after we're done here clean it up a little bit more. The eyes down in here... And I want more of an angle on her eyes. I thought I had a deep enough angle, but I might need to make the eyes smaller and angle them more to get them to look flirty. Flirty. Flirt. She's a flirt. Well, I moved my stamp. Let's try it again. See, that is not stamping off good for me down there. I'm not sure why. Let's get some ink on it. Usually they stamp off pretty good for me. I might just need to carve a line there. Oh, that's stamped off pretty good. Now that's getting closer to what I want. I'm going to call this the final one for tonight. And then, well, no, it's not quite the final because what I do, I'm not going to do any more cleaning up. What I do is take this and then I'll stamp it off. I kind of used up my space, but I'll stamp it down here. That's pretty good. Good enough. And then I'll draw a square. I'm kind of running into my, just for my documentation, and I'll draw the eyebrows, kind of like that. Maybe come in with a darker pen. I don't have it with me now. But put a little corner on it. Can't put a corner there. I'll put a corner here. Put a corner here. And then I'll date it, like sign it. This is for my own reference. And then I date it September, scribble writing here, September 7th, 2018. So I know what date I did it. And then I write the Meri. And then I got number 2 is Flirty Eyes. So I'm going to do a series of these. I won't do them all in my live sessions, but I wanted you to see what I'm doing. Then what I do, oh, I'm not done. I do the documenting. I don't like that one. Let's stamp it off again. I stamp off a, hopefully this one will be good. I stamp off one here. That's good enough for what I want it for. And I cut this one out. Oh, I got 2 sheets there. I thought I did. Should have checked, Meri. Cut this one out. And see, it still needs a little cleanup on it yet. But I'm not going to fuss with it tonight. So it's already documented in here. Now I need to find my... Did I leave it on the... need to find my drawing. Anybody see what I did with my... Well, I'm not... I'll find it when I clean up. Let's put these away. Put my pen and put this stuff away so where I can find it again. I don't know what I did with my little piece, my little drawing. I like to save that. I'll find it when I clean up tonight. I'm not going to worry about it. Put these over here. And then what I do is I get out my... Oh, there it is. Oh, is that the one I stamped off? No, where is that? I am worried about it. All right, I'm not going to fuss over it, though. I'll find it. That's the one I stamped off. I thought that was the one I sketched. Here it is. This is the one I sketched. Just don't mind me while I'm looking for stuff. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. What I do is I go into my Society of Idea Collectors now, because this really is Society of Idea Collectors. You can see, here are my sketches. This is the one that I'm doing for tomorrow. But here's where I did the Easter Bunny. I was playing around with sketching a bird. Here are my faces that I did in February. I was sketching little 1-inch squares. Here are my faces again. So these are sketches. And I put I Stamp series. So I want to put this one here, right underneath of the one that I'm doing for tomorrow. And I never have what I want when I want it. Where did the tape go? Did I put it over? Yeah, I did. Honestly, this is how I work. Where did I put that? Where did that go? Quit bumping the camera with your head. But at least I got the drawing one down. And where is the stamped one? Here it is. Then I put the stamped one down right here. See, I like how it angles, but I don't know. It needs to be, I don't know. Maybe the eyebrows make it more flirty. It's not as flirty as what I envisioned. I'm going to tape it this way for now. Just put a little piece there. And you guys are seeing how I work, which is not always organized. And then I write number 2, flirty eyes. Flirty eyes. And then I'll date it September 7th, 2018. And I got it all documented up here. You'll see that one tomorrow. But I'm not done. Then I come over to my projects tab. Just because I like to see, I got all these from my other projects that I've done. Here's a little bunny and the bird. And this is one I did for a friend. These are my little diamond ones, my little square pennant ones. I never finished that. Some faces that I was playing with. And here's my eye. And I take and I actually stamp. So we're going to stamp again. I actually stamp on this. This is my Society of Idea Collector journal. What time was it tomorrow? First morning, the Women's Club is having a yard sale. I don't know what you guys are talking about. She started a couple years ago, but I haven't officially joined till a month ago. Thank you, G. Society of Idea Collectors is started by Dee Dee Willingham. Yes. Yes. Society of Idea Collectors. Dee Dee Willingham inspires me. Number 2 is Flirty Eyes. And then I just date it so that I know 9/7/2018. So, wasn't that fun? Did I hold your interest at all? Or did you get bored? Thank you, Janet. Yes, I was watching Dee Dee Today, in fact, she did a stream this morning and she was sketching. Oh my goodness. That lady is an artist. She did a seahorse, and what was the other thing that she was doing? Oh, a starfish? Was it a starfish that she was doing, I think? Let's see, I think this one went, no, this one goes around here. I think I had more than one here. Let's just put it there. All right, there we go. I'm going to put my flirty eyes up here with the other one, and I'm getting a collection of those. And you know what? Don't tell until after I get there tomorrow. That store that's having the liquidation sale has these for 80% off. 80% off of $2.40. I'm hoping that there's some left. I haven't been there for a week or so. They had a whole barrel of these. Not a barrel, but a big old basket of them. They had a whole cool... I was reading Steph's... Cool, Mary. They have a whole bin of them. And I was saying to my brother, I said, I should go get some of those. 40 cents. Lend me $20. He said, you want to buy $20 worth of erasers? I said, yeah. I said, you know, when you stop to think about it, unless there's somebody who knows or who really likes these, how many people are going to go buy erasers? Unless it's like for school or for something like that. So I don't know if they're still going to be there. I haven't been there for a week. But I'm going to run up tomorrow and see if I can find some. If I can't, I'll give him his $20 back. I told him I'd give him his $20 back if I couldn't find any. But I might spend it if I find something else. Oh, dear. So that brings us to the next thing. And in my mornings with Mary, what do you use for your larger stamps? I do use that Speedball Speedy Carve. I've been gifted. Annie V gifted me a 6x12, and I think somebody else gifted me a 6x12. I can't remember. But I don't do a lot of large. Last year, the largest one I did was, let me show you. I have it right here. So far, the largest one I did, I'm a beginner carver. I'm not an expert carver. This is the largest one I did. Let me stamp this off for you. What did I do with my ink pad here? Here it is. I'll just stamp this off and you probably have seen this. I know a lot of you have seen it because I use it when I send out Happy Mail. This is Pinelope, but it's a little bit larger. It's kind of like a 4x6, a 3x5. I'll just stamp it on my desktop here. And this is Speedy Card that you're looking at. Now I do have, and I cut, I don't know what I did with the ones I did. I do have some of this. And what did I carve? I carved something as a test to see how this worked. I got this at the thrift store for $1 a box. And it's taped shut. I carved something. I don't have the one that I carved with me, but it looks like that. Now this comes from Dick Blick. It's called Easy Cut. It's not bad. It's a little grainy, but I think it might be old too because I got it at the thrift store. You don't know how old some of this is, and I think it kind of dries out after a while. But it's not bad. It's not bad to carve with. But I have not carved huge, big pieces. Oh, I didn't get enough ink on her, but you can get the general idea what she looks like. So that's probably about 3x5. And then I've got another one, a smaller one over here. And then I've got my little eraser stamp here that I was playing with Pinelope. So, and I use this Archiver's ink. I do like this. You know why I like it? I can re-ink it. And you could probably get the re-inkers for this Stays On, but I like this better than this Stays On. I do like this. So that's what I've been using is archival ink, or Archival ink from Ranger is what I've been using to stamp with. I got a few colors in it. Not a lot, but a few. Let me set all this aside. Now, what I thought, for those of you who are helping me make lists, I got this out, but I want to do the lists next. I have one more list that I want to do, and I'm going to use these lists for my Halloween story. You're not going to tell. I've got the plot. I know what I'm going to do, and it's going to involve the majority of these animals. The majority of them. I don't know if I'll draw all of them, but they'll all be in the story. Most of them will be. And most of them will be most of these Halloween treats. So we did these lists. A Pierre stamp. Hold that thought, Janet. Remind me. That is an excellent idea, Janet. Let me write that down. A Pierre stamp. I need one of Dee Dee's wingnut books or idea books. I got a little... I think this came out of Pinelope. We're going to put it back in there. A Pierre stamp. And I'm going to have to write all this down in my Society of Idea Collectors before I paint this paper. But I need another list. I need another list. And then I'll quit with the list. But I have the plot. I just have to write it, and I have to get more. So tonight, what we've done the animals. We did the creatures, animals. They're going to all be in there. There's a couple pages of them here. And we've done the Halloween treats. We did that last week. What I want this week, and I'm going to have to sit down so I can write fast. What I want this week are costumes. So help me. Halloween costumes. So if you go to a Halloween party, what are you going to dress up as? A witch? A princess? I'm going to write as fast as I can, and if I miss any, I do go back and read my chat, and I try to fill in the blanks. A werewolf. Those are all Halloween costumes. A werewolf, a ghost, a vampire. That's going to be one costume ball. The Tin Man, a wizard. A wizard, a Tin Man. Did I miss one in there? A ninja, a N-I-N-J-A, a ninja. The Tin Man, Sleepy Time Gal. That's what I would probably go going as, Sleepy Time Gal. A cat, a mummy. A cat, a mummy. A spider. We got the spider from last year. A pirate. Fred and Wilma. The only costumes I've had to make for Scott and I. Fred and Wilma. Oh, I love that. Fred and Wilma Flintstone. How cool. Yep. Oh, no, that's Yogi Bear that says yabba dabba doo. What does Fred Flintstone say? Doesn't he have to say something like Yogi Bear says yabba dabba doo? Is it Yogi Bear that says yabba dabba doo, or is that Fred Flintstone? I've lost track of my cartoons. A bag of jelly beans? Oh, dear. That would work for this story, Azure. It really would. A scarecrow. I got the vampire. Scarecrow. Oh, and Dee Dee Willingham was showing us her Inktober's, and she did a scarecrow. Was it the scarecrow that was just had the skeleton ribs? Was that the scarecrow? She did a really neat Inktober drawing. I loved it. She went and did some Halloween drawings. I'm not going to do the Dee Dee thing. A bunch of grapes. You're going to be wobbling around there with a bunch of grapes, Lucy. Hi, Lucy. Welcome. A cowboy, a wolf. A cowboy, a wolf. Candy corn. That would be fun to go as. Somebody might try to eat you, though. Football or a baseball player. Football. That would be fun. I could see young boys going for that. Or a baseball player. You put them like a catcher's mitt, or give them a bat, or a clown, a nerd girl. I like the nerd girl one too. Oh, these are great. Wonder Woman, Frankenstein, Wonder Woman. Didn't you guys tell me who wrote Frankenstein when we were doing those influential women? Who wrote Frankenstein? You guys told me. I can't pull it off the top of my head. A clown. I got a clown. Scary clown. Donna. Hi, Donna. She says she used to dress in a long gown with an old-fashioned sleep cap and carry a wooden candle. So that would be kind of like... I'm thinking of... me in my PJs, and well, let's just write it. A gown with sleep cap and candle. I know what I can picture it, but I can't think of a term to call it. I want to say a pajama, but that's not really either. My daughter went as a slice of pizza. Slice of pizza. These kids. How imaginative. Slice of pizza. Tooth Fairy. Yabba dab. Oh. Yabba wanna do? Yabba wanna do? Did Fred Flintstone say that? Yabba wanna do? Let's see. The Tooth Fairy. I got a Yabba dabba do. Raggedy Ann. I love the Raggedy Ann. When my very first year of college, when I was a freshman, that summer I went to college. I went to right out of high school, I went to the summer session. We won't talk about the experience, except for I was like on 7th floor of the dormitory, and I had a really nice view. You could look out of my window, and of course I had a roommate, but you could look out of my window and you could look down and you could see the state capitol building. But I had a Raggedy Ann doll, and I took it with me, and I put it in the window. But I did a temper painting. I did a temper painting of that. Am I frozen again? No. I did a temper painting of that Raggedy Ann doll. It was like a real Raggedy Ann. I mean, it wasn't just a yarn doll. And I think I still have that. I had so many people want to buy that temper painting from me, and I wouldn't sell it. That was one of my first experiences at the university, and I wouldn't sell it. So Raggedy Ann kind of has a special meaning to me. Got me off on Raggedy Ann. It's Fred Flintstone that says yabba dabba do. Thank you, Stephanie. Yabba dabba do. Well, what does Yogi Bear say then? I thought Fred Flintstone said yabba dabba do, but what does Yogi Bear say? I've lost track of my cartoon characters. Did somebody say Cheshire Cat? Cheshire Cat? We have a gal who comes to our live sessions that's Cheshire. I almost thought that she was giving me an idea. Yeah. Fred Flintstone says yabba dabba do. What does Yogi say? Yogi says it's time to steal some picnic baskets. Okay. That makes sense. And who's the little one? Who's the little bear? I've lost all track of cartoons. I got to start watching some Saturday morning cartoons. Who's the little one? The little bear. Yogi and who's his little bear? Raggedy Ann and and Andy. Got to put Andy in there. That's like Penelope and not having Pierre. Bag lady. Oh, I love the bag lady idea. And along with that, I'm going to put a hobo, a sock monster. I like that. Oh, these are some neat ideas. Sock monster, a ninja turtle. I got a ninja, but I will put a ninja turtle too. A ninja turtle. Oh, hey, Bobo. That's it. Linda, thank you. Boo-boo. Not Bobo, Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Yogi and Boo-boo. I'm going to put Yogi and Boo-boo here. Yogi and Boo-boo. Ninja turtle. Wolfie does Inktober? Cool. A mobster? Got a mobster. Frankenstein. I think I got Frankenstein up here. Isn't it Boo-Boo? Yeah, Boo-Boo. B-O-B-O. Boo-Boo. 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 You're right. I don't mind being corrected. Crazy cat lady. A crazy cat lady. That would be some costume. You'd have to have all the cats. Have cats coming out your hat. Got Frankenstein. I've got Frankenstein. He's right here. Frankenstein is here. A chicken. Scooby-Doo. A chicken. And Scooby-Doo. A robot chicken. A flamingo dancer. A flamingo dancer. And I promise you I won't make you guys do lists after tonight for a little while. Woodstock. Yeah, Snoopy's companion. So we're going to put Snoopy in Woodstock. Mary Shelley. Oh, was it Mary Shelley that wrote Frankenstein? Mary Shelley. Yeah, I think that's what you guys told me when we were doing that. Thank you, Anne. Anne Lucy. Lily Munster. Is she the dark-haired lady? The Munsters? The dark-haired lady? Superhero. Elvira. Oh, Elvira. Elvira is a dark-haired lady. Elvira and a superhero. Got crazy cat lady. A hobo. I got a hobo. A robot. Robot. We'll flip the page here. Got sleepy time gal. Donna. Got her. Mermaid. Mermaid. Because I was thinking I'd make a good sleepy time gal. A skeleton. Star Trek character. Skeleton. I'm probably way behind you guys. Star Trek character. Leather Jade Smiles. A fox. R2-D2. R2-D2. A fox. Raggedy Ann. I got Raggedy Ann. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Darth Vader. Yes, of course. D-A-R-T-H. V-A-D-E-R. Bride of Frankenstein. All right. The Bride of Frankenstein. Of course, she's pretty, isn't she? Isn't that the way the story goes? Or is that the Phantom of the Opera? A favorite costume that came to our door was a kid dressed up as his dad in a cardboard car, a man at a drive-in. How cool. Man at drive-in. So he was dressed up as dad, and he drove a cardboard car. How cool is that? That was creative. Did he get an ice cream cone? Or a sundae? Or did he get chocolate? Cabbage Patch doll. I'm writing as fast as I can. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. That would be fun to do, wouldn't it? Dress up as a marshmallow man. Yeah, Stephanie's laughing. Did you give him extra candy? Fairy godmother, I like that. I have to say, we get trick-or-treaters here, and they, you know, I think their parents lecture them before they go out. They are so polite. I hand out the bag of candy or the bowl of candy, and they'll reach in and they'll pull out one piece. One piece. Here's go. You can have more. Really, grab some. And I said that once, and one little boy just went, you know, he just dug into it. And I said, that's it. They really teach their kids to be polite around here, I guess. And I kind of like to see what they are, but they're so shy when they come to the door. They're so shy, like, I don't know who I am. A hippie? I do like to pass candy out at the door, though. I am your father. Woody and Buzz. Is that like the, what is that, Toy Story, Woody and Buzz? Are those Toy Story characters, the little cowboy? And Yogi says, hey, boo-boo. Got it, Stephanie. Hey, boo-boo. Smarter than the average bear. Yes, he's smarter than the average bear. Where I get to go back to Yogi. Smarter than the average bear. He's going to have to be smart in this story to survive Halloween. We'll make him a main character since he's so smart. And Boo-Boo will be questioning him. Hey, Boo-Boo. Hey, Boo-Boo. Good night, Kimberly. Thanks for coming. Yogi says, how about a picnic basket? How about a picnic basket? How about... Now, we could do another list if you really want to. Give me some... Not here. Next week. You guys got me started. Next week, we're going to take each one of these characters and kind of say what they would say. Like a witch might put a spell on you or go, or a princess might say, where's Prince Charming? So next week, you guys did it. And then I'll have to stop with the list because I'm going to work on it in September, and I hope to have all the videos done so that I can show one each week in October. I'll have to work pretty fast, but I think I can do it. Good night, G. Are you saying good night to Kimberly, or are you leaving? G is still with us. Next year, that kid came as a cardboard robot, and his dad even lit it up. Wow. Wonder what he's going to be. Has he come lately, or you're in a different house now, though, Aunt Bet? The Boo-Boo Bear, Bobo, Boo-Boo. A Smurf. Got to get the Smurf down there. What does the Smurf say? Gumby. They don't have the cart Saturday morning. Oh, what? No more Saturday morning cartoons? What's wrong with this world? What's wrong with this world? No Saturday morning cartoons? There's something drastically. The world's going to hell in a handbasket. A flower child. All those little Walt Disney dancing flowers. I want my little dancing flowers. You know how they danced? Boo-Boo. That's because you can find a cartoon on all the time now. On every channel, huh, Lucy? Disco Queen. Well, just so there's a cartoon someplace on Saturday morning. Those kids need their cartoons like they need chocolate. How about a zombie? A zombie's a good one. We don't have that. Aunt Beck says, you're all making me want to go to a Halloween party. We're going to stay home and pass out candy, Aunt Beck. Vicki Gilbert says, don't forget the old popular Mickey Mouse. Mickey Mouse, of course. And, of course, we've got to have a Minnie where there's a Mickey. And Popeye. And olive oil. Pokey. Was the horse's name Pokey? I don't know what you're talking about. Gumby and Pokey. Gumby and Pokey. Where did I write that down? Woody and Gumby and... Oh, Gumby and Pokey. Here we go. I'm going to have to review my cartoons. I want to go to a party and have the snacks and food from the list that we made the other night. Well, hold that thought, Beth Ann. Hold that thought. This is part of the plot. Three Stooges. I still have the rubbery figurines from childhood. Of Gumby and Pokey. Popeye and olive oil. Oh, Popeye and olive oil. Aww. Can you still sing the Gumby song? I don't know. I don't know Gumby. All right, Leather, we want to hear you sing it. A president of your choice. Could be George Washington or Abe Lincoln would be good choices. Probably put down a soldier. Or more like a cowboy, I guess. Cowboy might be a better choice. Richard Nixon. You want me to write down Richard Nixon, Steph? So somebody who's coming to our party that we're going to have here might want to be Richard Nixon. He might fit right in, come to think about it. A witch doctor, a fairy. We got the fairy. Witch doctor, we'll put the witch doctor down. As long as it's Halloween. We said cat, but not a black cat. So I'm going to put cat and then I'm going to put black here. We'll make our cat black. Thanks, Wolfie. Dorothy and Alice. Dorothy, Alice. And I don't know what the T word is, Oma. Dorothy. Dorothy like in The Wizard of Oz and Alice like in Alice in Wonderland. Elvis and a policeman. Wow, we're going to have a big party. We're going to have to toe the line so that the neighborhood won't get upset. Dorothy and Toto. Dorothy and Toto. We'll put Toto here. We got Elvis and axe murder. Azure, you're funny. A-X-E. The robot from the Lost in Space. Danger Will Robinson. We got Lost in Space. We got a robot. Let's see. We got Star Trek, though. We'll put robot Lost in Space. Danger Will Robinson. I have to review my my television shows. That rings familiar, but Marshmallow Man, we got that. Pillsbury Doughboy. I like that. Mario and Luigi, SpongeBob. Mario and Luigi and SpongeBob. No trick-or-treaters here. No sidewalk. Oh! Our kids would walk in the grass or the dirt. My daughter does not pull out one piece. Good, you got her trained well, Steph. In 20 years, I've not had a single trick-or-treater here. In California, the kids trick-or-treat at the mall or church. Yes, Beth Ann. Yeah, that's really true. In the larger cities and states, they do. Out of safety concerns. And well, they should. But they can still dress up. And they can still have fun. Yeah, they go to events now. We miss the good old days. That's kind of like not having Saturday morning cartoons, but having them all over the other channels, but not the ABC, CBS, and NBC. Always had Saturday morning cartoons. All right, I'm going to say stop. No more. And then I'm going to catch up to you guys because I'm behind. A war veteran. They don't trick-or-treat here anymore. Boris and Natasha. It's sad. Yeah. I used to have a full-size mannequin inside my front door dressed up for Halloween. Scared the tar out of some of the kids. I'll bet they did, Steph. Yeah, I'll bet that young boy in the cardboard box is grown up and probably got his own kid dressed in a box now. Anybody remember eggs and toilet paper? That sounds scary, Oma. Eggs and toilet paper. That would be if you didn't have any treats around, I would think. You better get that candy ready. The best part was running with friends getting the candy. Seems to be boring. You know, when I lived up in Madison, I lived in 3 places in Madison, but I lived in a suburb called Sun Prairie. It's when I had my townhouse. And the kids there went trick-or-treating. And it would be a big thing. I mean, all the street lights would be on and, you know, it'd be a big deal there. And a couple kids came to my door and I gave them candy and they left. And one little guy came to my door and I told him too, he was polite. He just took a few and I said, you can have more, get more. And I heard after he walked away and I got ready to shut the door, I heard him say, that house, go to that house. She's got candy. No, Mary, they're all on cable. Yeah, all the time now. Yeah. I got the cowboy, Sharon. The best part was running with friends and getting candy. Yeah. Shaving cream. Yeah, shaving cream. I don't think we did a lot of tricks, though, in our youth. Mostly because we got candy. But, you know, I'm from a small town. That was the 50s and 60s. So it's a whole different era now. They didn't put razor blades in candy back then. The thing that really disturbs me about trick-or-treats, you are teaching your kids to walk up to cars and taking candy from strangers. Yeah, if you do it from strangers, like in a big city, I could see that. It's probably why it's kind of dying out in the big cities and they're going to like parties and events where they know each other. So, which I think would be much safer and really more fun for the kids because it's a planned event and that. But it's a different world today. Back in my day, we didn't have to worry about that. There were no strangers and we knew everybody, you know? We knew there really wasn't anybody you'd want to stay away from. I'm not saying there were no bad people, but there weren't any murderers in our town. There wasn't anybody in our town who would kidnap us. You know, I mean, there may be some guys that got drunk, partied a little, but that was probably, you know, the extent of it in a small community. So the times have changed. Got to change with it. But I agree with you, Aunt Beck. You don't want to teach your kids to walk up to cars and take candy from strangers, and I think they're doing a pretty good job in teaching kids today to not talk to strangers. Not all of them, but at least I think in our community. Eggs, shaving cream, silly string, we would be covered. Mary, a Zoom Halloween party. That might be fun to do. And invite all of those. Jerry and I will have to talk. Jerry and I will have to talk, but that kind of coincides with what we're thinking about our first Zoom for everybody who's interested. So I don't know how many are in here because my number's up there. But if I'll say it again, if you're interested in coming to a Zoom, I'm calling them mini art retreats now. We're just getting names of people that are interested. Zoom is a video conferencing software. You can Google Zoom and find their site. And you do not have, on my phone, I download a Zoom app. And that's how I access it. But you do not have to you do not have to download if you're like on a PC or a laptop, and it's both Mac and PC. But you click, we'll give you a number. We'll give you like a 9 or 10 digit number, and it would probably come via email, and it would be in plenty of time. And you would hit this join meeting. You have to sign up for a free account. There's a free account where you have to do all this ahead of time. You have to, just like you sign up on YouTube, you have to, you know, put your email address in and your, however you want to be known as, your ID. And they give you the option to upload a photograph or a picture. I use my little Pinelope stamp. And you can either show up as your little picture or a little gray box with a generic head in it, or you can show up as yourself just like you would on Google Hangouts. So if you don't want to show your face, you know, you don't have to. And you can also, once you're in the meeting, once you join the meeting, you don't have to talk. You can mute. So say there's say TV is playing in the background really loud. They're watching a football game. You can mute yourself so that, and still listen to us, and your family or your kids can enjoy your television. But when you join, after you sign up and you join a meeting, you will be prompted to download an executable file. And all that is a viewer. It's a viewer. It comes, the next time you join a Zoom meeting, you'll get like a little blue box, and they'll ask for your email address or your ID, and then you'll put in the number that we give you, and then you hit join meeting, and then you come in and you see everybody. But does Halloween fall on the 30th or the 31st? Jerry and I are going to have to talk. Before that, of October, we want to have a meeting where we get everybody familiar with this process. So we can get people in and, you know, they understand what they need to do if they mute or if they want to chat private and all of that. So the only thing that you need to do now, if you're interested, is either email me at themeriatelier.com. And Janet, if you're here, would you drop that link again to Jerry's video? Because she explains really good in her video what it's all about. And in the description box of her video, she gives her email address and my email address. And all you have to do is say, I'm interested in the Zoom. And if you want to give us the state where you are, if you're in another country, that would help too. and give us your email address. And then we'll contact everybody in a group email, let you know the next step. We're thinking of doing like a getting to know you type thing to where we can get everybody comfortable with Zoom in the next couple weeks. And then a Zoom Halloween party would really be, I would really like that. But we'll have to talk that over with Jerry. October 31st is Halloween. It's on a Wednesday. So it's on a Wednesday, and it's October 31st. Now that, we may not want to do it on a Wednesday. We'll have to decide, because on a Wednesday, on the actual Halloween day, there are going to be people taking their kids trick-or-treating or manning the doors. We want to maybe do it on a Saturday before. What is the Saturday before? Can somebody tell me? You can email me at, let me write this in big caps, and it is also, my email address should be in the description box of this video. You should be able to look right now because I put it in there. Meri.atelier, ATELIER, @gmail.com. And if you can't see this, go to the description box of the video that you're looking at now, my live stream. You should be able to see it right now. It should be in there. It may not be in there until after the video processes, but I think it's in there now. It's the.meri.atelier @gmail.com. And Jerry's, I think Jerry's is recycled parts for art @gmail.com. But I don't want to give that for sure because I might mess up some of the words in there. Thank you. Follow Jerry, the link that Janet gave you. And thank you so much, Janet. That's where you can find out what this is all about. And if you read in the description, she has a very detailed description box about what you need to do to sign up and to email us. If you email us, then we can, set everything up and then have a general meeting to where we can just get everybody familiar with how it works. It's really easy. It looks hard, but it's easy. Good night, Oma. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so much. What time is it getting to be? I was going to do a pick 10 tonight, but I think it's getting kind of late, isn't it? No, it is. Let's see. Do we have time for a pick? It's 10 o'clock. Who wants to do a pick 10? We'll take a vote. If it's too late, we'll save it for next week. That was the last thing on my agenda. Oh, it's 11 o'clock Eastern. Lisa's family movie night sounds fun. I missed all that. Good night, Oma's thoughts. Thanks for coming. Donna, you're in for a pick 10. A pick 10 is where, and I actually I'm going to use the prompt cards, but let me show you these other ones because these are real prompt cards. These were from Kyla Givhan. Kyla Givhan sells these, but I was gifted these by Annie V. And what they are is a deck of cards. Some people write their art prompts on sticks. Some people pull them on cards or papers or whatever. But like you pull a card, and it's called Pick 10 because you pick 10 cards. And here's add Jessel in random places is this. So this would be prompt 1. And everybody goes and creates a page by all the prompts. So these are Kyla's, and I've been using these, but I'm going to put them away for tonight. And I want to use the ones that Lucia sent me, some prompts, and I finally got them on cards, and I haven't looked at them since. So those of you that want to do a pick 10, stick around. If you want to stick around and watch, you're welcome. If you're not, if you want to say good night now, thanks for coming. We've enjoyed having you. So, yeah, Kyla Givhan sells them, and I think Art Sparks. If you Google, not Art Sparks, you'll have to get in touch with Jerry. We use Art Sparks, and she has an Etsy store. But if you Google her and go to her blog, I think it may be a little bit different. You want her Etsy store. What you really want to do is get a hold of Jerry at Recycled Parts for Art, and she can give you a link if you're interested in Art Sparks cards. They are really interesting cards because they are something that an art teacher might do. I mean, they're really detailed. One card might cover 3 different things. Lisa's going to watch? Okay, Lisa. Aunt Beck, are you in or are you too tired? It's getting late on the East Coast. Yeah, those Art Spark ones are very thought-provoking. So I need to know who's with us here. These are the ones that Lucia, and I have some blank ones, and I'm going to use these blank ones as wild cards. So if I pull a blank one, I'm going to shuffle them and mix them in here. Stephanie's in. Sharon's not in the art room. She'll watch. I'm not a very good shuffler, but they're in here somewhere. We've got a few. And I'll try to move through these fairly fast. So if you're not ready, kind of make a note of where you are. Because Danny's going to play. Beth Ann says she's here. Be right back. Thank you, Janet. Miss Allie Kay's going to listen. Miss Allie Kay, I saw an anatomy book and I thought of you. I didn't buy it, but I thought of you. I go, oh, there's a book for Miss Allie Kay at the library sale. I'm not a very good shuffler, but they're in there. And then I've got some prompts here that need cards. I've got a whole page of prompts yet. So if we draw a blank one, we might just call out a number and I'll count different ways and pick one. We'll see. We'll see if we draw any blank ones. So I actually have it ready, sort of. Oh dear. The last pick 10 I did was with Lisa, and that's the one the letter from Pinelope to Pierre, and of course it's stuck in there, Janet. The next day I wrote that letter from Penelope to Pierre, but I did this in Lisa's. Lisa at My Eclectic Life does a live stream on Monday nights at 7:30 Central Time, and she always starts out with a pick 10, in case you're interested. It's fun to do, and these are all my pick 10s. I have so much fun doing them. They're so fun to do as a group. I'm not going to show them all right now because I want to get started on this. I'm just going to work on this page. And if I get tossed, if I lose data connection during one of these, I'll be right back. So who's ready? I need a drink of tea here. Janet, I just love that black and gold page. Oh, ready? Ready, ready, ready. Wolfie's ready. Danny, Leather. Somebody else was going to play too, wasn't they? Was Beth Ann going to play or was she just going to watch? Is anybody else playing? I'm going to go ahead and pull the first card. And let's see. These I made out of a watercolor page that I did in Wolfie. Out of Aunt Beck's Dirty Dozen one night. So Aunt Beck, I'm using your Dirty Dozen for prompt cards here. I think it was one of the first Dirty Dozens you did. I'm going to pull this one. And it says, add tape of any kind. We're going to start out by adding tape. Now you could add masking tape and use it as a mask for when, and then pull it up. I think that's what I'm going to do. You don't have to add washi tape. You could use packing tape. I'm going to add a mask with masking tape or painter's tape. That's what I'm going to do. And you can see I have some color on my page from another Pick 10. So the first one is add tape of any kind. And I'm just going to put down some, and it's not even fully, let's just tear it off there. And then I hope to be able to peel this up later. Thanks for everybody who's watching. Thank you, Beth Ann, for writing them down. I do not, Aunt Beck does the Dirty Dozens. Aunt Beck streams on Wednesday nights at 7 Eastern time, I think, 7 or 7:30 Eastern time. And she does a Dirty Dozen, which she does 12 prompts. But she doesn't do it every week. But she's been doing them in some of her impromptus this week. But she always writes them down. And Stephanie is starting to do them. And I think she's writing them down in the description box. Are you, Stephanie? Leather and Jade? She started one. But I like to work with you. So if I go back and do one that I missed, I will work with your video. I love the surprise. I don't like to think about it. All right, that's my tape. That's as much as I'm going to add there. You can't see it very well, but it's all on there. Are you all ready? Yeah. Stephanie is writing down prompts too. So Stephanie is Leather and Jade Arts. You just click on her icon there and you can find her channel. Stephanie does wonderful art. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful art. Ready, ready, ready? Okay, the minute somebody says they're ready, or 2 or 3 of you, I'm going to move on because I don't want to hold you guys too late. Let's pull from way at the back. But I love doing these Pick 10s. We're going to pull that one. And it says, add texture. So add texture could be any way you can get texture on that page. And speaking of texture, oh my goodness. Barb Owen was doing her live this afternoon, and she was using Elmer's art paste. And the art paste is used with their paint. She mixes it up. It's Elmer. She orders it. And it's like a starch. But she was saying the reason she uses it is that it adds texture, as you know, and it holds the design as you comb through the paint when you do your paste paper. And my question in her group was how much texture, and this might be something that Aunt Beck might be able to answer. I don't know what you use, Aunt Beck. This is old modeling paste. I'm trying to use it up before it gets so bad I can't use it anymore. But I was thinking like starch or I'm just going to add it, just smear it on there. And you can tell it's gummy, but it goes through the stencils nice. Once you spread it out, it holds it pretty good. But I'm not putting it on it. I'm putting it around those tape. In fact, I should probably sit down to do this. And it looks gummy now, but it does hold it. If I put it through a stencil, which I probably should. Hi, Beth Ann. Hi, Beth Ann, like I haven't been talking to you all night. I want to know from Aunt Beck if she uses starch and for her paste paper and how much texture it adds to the page. This is really gummy. Where's my stencil? I need a stencil. I need a stencil. That isn't working. You guys going to have plenty time to... I wonder if I can add it through this. I got this as a grill thing at... This is a grill cover. I got it at the dollar store. I was going to use it for my jelly plate, but it's kind of sharp. So I'm kind of wary of it. But I'm going to see if I can add... I don't know if this is going to work. But I'm willing to try. I'm willing to give it a try. I don't want to grind it against there so much that it gives you guys the shivers. Hi, Mary. Always happy when you say hi. One of the most fun things about the live is finding new friends in the box. Yes. Okay, Aunt Beck says it adds a little texture. You have to play with the ratio of paint to starch until you get one you like. See that when Barbara's doing hers, well, she actually did not answer that question. Dawn at Let's Make a Mess Today answered that question for me because I have never made paste paper, but I'm getting interested. But Aunt Becca's made beautiful paste paper, and she's got a couple. Aunt Becca has some videos on how she does her paste papers. I don't want to put too much on here because I'm going to have to dry it. But I have to use this up. This is the stuff I got at Hobby Lobby on sale. I mean, and that it's getting old and gummy, and that's why it was on sale. It was at that big sale that they had when they were selling all that ink. Let's see what this does. But it's gummy. I need to use it up. In fact, I think somebody had already opened this and used it when I bought it. Because the cover here was pulled off like that, well, maybe not that bad, but it looked like it had already been used. But I want to use it up. I've been using it on my Pick 10s. But it does, after you pull it, it leaves a nice texture. Aunt Beck says, I'm using fiber paste I got at Michael's on clearance a couple months back. For your paste paper. Oh, tonight or for your paste paper? I'm going to have to dry that a little. Heat gun alert. I'm going to dry this just a little. Beth Ann says she's always willing to take a chance on supplies on sale. Me too, Beth Ann. Sometimes you get really good deals. You know, and I'm going, wow. I paid, well, just like if I can get those, I'm going to kind of pull this off. If I can get those erasers tomorrow at 80%, that'll be a deal. But I'm afraid that they're going to be gone by the time I get there. I wish I would have bought them when I saw them. That's what you have to do. When you see stuff like that on sale, don't think about it. That's the one place where I'm willing to not think about it. But sometimes I tend to think, like that sewing machine. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to pull this stuff off. I don't like it here. This is texture in any way. That sewing machine, I had to think about it. It was $5. Did I really want to spend $5 for a sewing machine that I wasn't sure it's going to work? And I'm still not sure. I haven't turned it on yet. But I decided to go back. I waited overnight, and I decided $5 is not a big loss if I can't thread the needle or something breaks in it. So I went back and got it. But I'm afraid that these erasers are going to be gone. If they are, I missed my big chance. I'll have to buy them retail, or I'll watch for another sale. C'est la vie. Mary learns her lessons. I got to dry this a little. But see, it did add a nice texture in there. It did not do so good there, but I didn't have a stencil. It wasn't meant to be, is how I think about it. Yes. Miss Allie K has a question. She says, which Zoom did you get for your phone? Zoom Cloud Meetings or Zoom Rooms? I got the Zoom Cloud Meetings. I think the Zoom Rooms are more, I'm not real sure, but when you get a professional Zoom, when you go out and pay that subscription fee, now that's what Jerry has done. Let me turn off the... Jerry at Recycle Parts for Art, bless her heart, she purchased a professional Zoom subscription. It's about $149 a year. I tried to pay her half of it. She wouldn't take it from me. So just bless her heart. And what that gives you is the ability to have more people in your room for a longer time, and it won't kick you off. But also that Zoom Rooms that Miss Allie Kay is talking about. Now, I can't talk about the app because I don't know much about the app that you're looking at. But in the professional version, you can have rooms separated. So the way that I understand from Jerry is, now take this as a grain of salt because I really haven't used it. But, you know, like you go to school and you have chemistry over here and English there. You can separate your groups out into rooms. Well, we're not going to do that. But I have an idea that Zoom Rooms, Miss Allie, that you're talking about might have something to do with that. So don't get that. Get the other one. I have to tell you the long story around. Welcome back, Sharon. I hope I get the erasers too. Everybody's ready but Mary. I'm going to quit here. It is what it is. And let me put my heat gun down. Let's go to prompt 3. Prompt 3 is, the deck is, prompt 3 will be markers or pens. Markers or pens. So that means just use a marker or a pen, however you want. Prompt 3, markers or pens. Let me shuffle these because I kind of peek. And I'm such a great shuffler. Notice how expertly I do this. Yeah, get the Zoom meetings. Do you have Android or the iPhone? Because if you have Android, it should be like a little blue square with a white video camera on it. All right, use markers or pens. I'm going to pull out my markers. Well, actually, I think I have a gold marker in here. But if I have to hunt forever, I think I'll use that blue red because this is... Wait, hello, Mary. Hi, Kimberly. Just watching. You're welcome to watch. This is another example of a really good deal on a clearance sale. I got this as Hobby Lobby. They generally sell for $6. I got it for $1.29, and I thought it's going to be dried out. I've had it now for several months, and it's still good. Now, what do I want to do? I have no idea what I want to do, but you know, I have that tape down here, so I'm just going to color over that tape as much as I can see. And really all I'm doing here is getting background on my page. I don't know where all my tape is. I pulled off some of this crud here. And when I pull this off, there should be a white journal spot. I think I have one up in here. But see, look at that marker's really good for $1.29. And this is one of those biggie markers, Faber-Castell biggies. Well worth $1.29. I may be ruining it here though. I can't go up in there too much. I'll just go a little. I think I got one up in here. Sort of. I don't want to go over the paste. And I got one here. And then I'll just scribble around the borders real fast. Say ready, ready, ready when you're ready. I'm just about done here. This is prompt 3. Prompt 1 was add tape of any kind. Prompt 2 was add texture. prompt 3 was markers or pens. Ready, ready, ready? Hi, Zoe. You're on the other side of the house? Yeah, you can play later, or try Stephanie's was it your most recent video? One of her most recent videos, she did a pick 10 and she lists them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull prompt 4. Next time I catch a live, I will go put on art clothes. I wear my art clothes, Wolfie. Wolf, is it Wolf? Wolf D. Wolf D. Wolfity. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. All right, we're going to pull one right in here. Free play with 2 mediums. So that means you can use 2 mediums. So mediums. I guess you could call water a medium. You could call your hand sanitizer or alcohol medium. You could have gel medium. I would even tend to call my glue a medium. A medium is anything that you can mix with paint or whatever. So whatever medium you have to use 2 of them in any way you can. So what do I want to do? You know, I think that I'm going to pretend that this hand sanitizer is alcohol and see if what it will do to my pen. That will be 1. I'm not sure if it'll do anything, but we'll see. We will see, said the blind artist, but she didn't see it all. Yes, it's doing it a little. A little. It's graining out more than anything, but it is doing something. Free play. I don't know how much it's doing it, though. That's doing it some. I kind of like it in a way. So that will be 1. It should dry pretty fast. What am I going to use for another medium? I could use my gel medium. I want to say embossed strippage, but I don't want to get into that tonight. But how else could I use that gel medium? Big brush pen India ink. Yes, I think it is. It's a phthalo blue and a lot of foreign language that I can't read. Store horizontally. I think it's India ink. It's the Faber-Castell pens. And I do think that they're India ink, but don't take that for sure from me, because I don't use these. I use them, but I don't use them all the time. And I don't know for sure if it has India ink in it or not, if it's just alcohol-based. Oh, no, it says India ink. Right here. Has a whole bunch of German words in there, and then it says, I call it German, foreign words, and then it says India ink waterproof, maximum light fastness, acid-free. So, anything with India ink or, yeah, you can generally move it with your alcohols, sort of, enough. I want to do this area here. I have to think of something else that I want to do with my gel medium. Maybe, I know what I'll do. Well, do I want to do that? I think I'll just tint. I think I'll tint my gel medium and paint with my gel medium. I'll tint it. T-I-N-T, tint it. So let's wipe this away. I got a mess there now. This is all background. This is not making much sense. let's get my gel medium out. I have, I'll use the real stuff. I usually use this on my drawings, not my art journal. I use them on my sketches, like my influential women. I'm going to turn this upside down. Because this is expensive stuff. I don't use it for, this is, well, 946 milliliters. I would say it's probably about 16 or 20 ounces. I can't convert off the top of my head. But it cost me $34. Got it with a coupon. All right, I'm going to tint it. What color do I want to tint it? Let's see. Let's mix some metallic in there. Let's mix some of this bronze metallic and see what happens. If I don't want a lot, I just want to tint it. I'm just going to mix it with my brush and see what happens here. Well, maybe I do want a lot. Maybe I want a little more. I don't know. I'm thinking it kind of dilutes it, extends it. It's not as metallic-y. But we're going to use it because it said free play with, I need a bigger brush. I use that brush that I used earlier. And wipe this off. Let's just, this is, I've done two things. I used the hand sanitizer and tried to extend that blue. And then I tinted my gel medium. This is matte medium. I tinted it with my bronze. I'm not going to do it across everything because I don't want to, I want this part to show a little. We'll leave it like that. Maybe get it in here. Let's use it all. Ew! I'm not sure I like this at all. All right, I'm going to call that quits. I'm going to throw this away because I don't have time to do anything else with it. Get out another piece of wax paper. I'll have to dry. Put this brush in the water so it doesn't. What did I do with my... Heat gun alert. Good night, Zoe. Are you saying good night? Thanks for coming. I'm back. I'm back. I don't know how long was I gone? Buffering, buffering, buffering. Hello, Scott. Beth Ann. I didn't notice me buffering here until just a second ago. Let me get this in. Prompt 5. Is everybody ready for prompt 5? Shall we pull it? Buffering, Beth Ann, is where the data connection just kind of starts spinning. You'll see a little round circle just spinning around. And usually what happens then is I lose my data connection. And you guys can't see anything until I reconnect. I have to reconnect. Okay, let's go ahead and pull prompt 5. Prompt 5, I'm going to pull from toward the very bottom. We'll pull this one. Oh no, we're not going to emboss tonight. We're not going to emboss. Take that out. Let's pull another one. Let's pull one here. Add strips of paper. Prompt 5 is add strips of paper. Add strips of paper. Okay. I have jelly print paper. Yes, I do. I've got a lot of leftovers that need to be used. What did I do with them? see. I got some I haven't even cut yet. Let's see. Some that I decided not to use. That's not too cool. Ooh, I kind of like that though. Oh, there's my house. So I didn't send it because it was torn. I'm gonna make some more houses and trees. I think I'll use those houses. I think I'll keep those. Ooh, I could add this though too. Add strips of papers, prompt 5. I think I am going to add. I have to be careful though because I got tape that I want to pull. Maybe I'll pull my tape now because this is not meant to be permanent. And it doesn't tell me when to pull tape. So I'm going to go ahead and pull my tape. Ooh, I'm liking that. If you use tape as a mask and you want to pull it, go ahead and pull it with prompt 5. I give you permission. But if you just added washi tape or decorative tape, you might want to leave it. I want to go ahead and pull mine because I want to add strips of paper. And what I want to do, I don't want to cover these. Well, if I cover them up, I want them still to show, so to speak. It almost looks like I added strips of paper there. I was in an art group, 3 or 4 years ago, and we did a swap where we used masking tape. Was it a card? I think it was either a card or a postcard. And I pulled up the masking tape. There's a couple of them together. And when I pulled it up, there was this beautiful scissors underneath. Just gorgeous. That's what this reminds me of. I think I have one more here. I might have one in there. Oh, I'm pulling all my texture off. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. No. Yes or no? I don't think so. All right, now I just need to add some paper, and I'll try to do it fast. See, I wanted to do this, I think. I think I want to add this, but maybe I'll add it over here. And it's just white. I think I'll do it right there. And I think that's all I'll add. But instead of leaving it straight, I'm going to rip around the edge here if I can. Roughen it up a little. Distress it. Beth Ann says I should, but I make such a mess when I art. Oh, Beth Ann, you should see this room. I think any of us that do live streams can tell you that we spend 2 hours cleaning up after a live stream. It just gets like a tornado in here. Just like a tornado hit it, because you're setting things down and you want to keep it out, but so you can grab it later, but then you forget where you put it, and you stack things up, and that's how it goes. Yeah, I like it like that. Now let's just add it with this real fast. I gotta sit down. I gotta sit down here. And I'll just try to do this as fast as I can. And then I'll go back if I need to and glue the edges if I need to. If the little glue comes off on it, isn't going to hurt it. I'm probably the last one done here. Say ready, ready, ready when you're ready. Danny's ready. Donna's ready, ready, ready. Ruby's talking about her jelly plate. I can't wait for you to get it too. Leather's ready. I'm going to go ahead and pull the next prompt. If you're not ready, you can catch up. I don't want to dawdle too long on this. I don't want to be all night at this. Try to catch up. I think we're on prompt 6. I will pull right here toward the front, and it says add splatters or drips. Add splatters or drips. You can drip or splatter. I think that's prompt. I'm back. Sorry, I'm back. We're on prompt 6, which is add splatters or drips. Prompt 1 was add tape of any kind. Prompt 2 was add texture. Prompt 3 is markers or pens. Prompt 4 is free play with 2 mediums. Prompt 5 is strips of paper. And prompt 6 is splatters or drips. I'll give you time to, I've got to get my connection back over here. I got to get my connection back. I'm back. 33rd is back. Yeah, if you just hang tight the minute I see that it's buffering. Now I am going to do my heat gun, so I may fall again. So heat gun alert. But I have to do this because it needs to dry. Or at least semi-dry. I'm drying. It shouldn't take too long to do this. Even if they're not completely dry, a little smash drip won't hurt. In fact, I think I'll blot my drips. Let's blot them. It doesn't say to blot them, but I'm going to blot them. Where's my towels? I'll blot my drips here. Blotted drips. Whee! All right. Say ready, ready, ready when you're ready, ready, ready. Danny's ready. Donna's ready ×3. Steph is ready. And Beck, how you doing? I lost track of it, Beck. Vicky's ready. Hi, Vicky. 33rd's ready, ready, ready. Is that Beck playing? Did anybody notice? Beth Ann, you silly. I thought, let me look back and see. Is that Beck playing? Janet, do you know if Aunt Beck is playing? I haven't heard anything from her. Everything blows up. Oh, Scott came home. Oh, Aunt Beck is ready. All right, we just weren't sure where you were, Aunt Beck. All right, we're ready for prompt 7, I think. So 4 more prompts. This one and 3 more. So this one is a wild card because it's blank. Do whatever you want. I didn't want to take one of those others and put on here, so we're just going to call this a wild card. It's blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Wild card. All right, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? I need a focal point. I'm going to put a focal point on mine. That means I have to find one. I don't want to dig too hard. And let's see. Ooh, those are pretty, but that would be less of a focal point. I'm looking more on my focal point. Oh, I've got to have them in here. I should separate them all out. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. Yes, I am tempted. Let's pull these guys out. I think, yes, I think I will. Just hold the phone a minute. I got to choose one. Thought I had a, ooh, I like that. And I like that. And I like that. All right, I have to decide which one. And since this is September, I was going to use these in my Childcraft magazine, but I like the idea of fussy cutting her out and putting her on. This gal's looking in a mirror, but I like this one because she's getting ready to go to school. And then I have this gal, she's looking out the window in a snowstorm. And this is a storm, but it's not snow. So I like the school one. I'm going to use that for my focal point. And I'm going to fussy cut it really fast. Yes, I am. I think this is prompt 7. She's got her slate and she's got a backpack. They probably didn't call them backpacks then. I think they called them book satchels. I'm cutting her out. I'm doing the fussy cut as fast as I can here. Now let me cut this. Get the bulk out of the way. Doesn't have to be cut perfect. This is just a pick 10 page, but, and then I come back in and do this where it's harder to cut. Oh dear. How you doing on your wild cards? I'm fussy cutting and then I'll glue this down fast. I'm not doing the best fussy cutting, but it's good enough. Oh, I'm liking it. Let's get rid of this. And I'm going to glue it with this. Ooey, ooey. I do have a wet towel with me, though, that I can wipe my hands off. And if I need to go back and tack it down in any place, I will. Let's put it right down in here. And I need a towel. This is my wild card. I think this is prompt 7. Ooh, let me wipe my hands off. Wolfie's ready. Beth Ann says, Mocha rules. Voila. Yeah, Donna. I don't know what you're talking about, Steph. Man, I'm going to buy ice cream tomorrow, and I blame you guys. You must be eating ice creams. Wolfie's ready. Steph is ready. Coffee ice cream. Ice cream, coffee ice cream. Oh no, with chocolate syrup. Whoa, you're making me hungry. I have yogurt and strawberry and peaches. Will that do? But I only got enough for me. Coffee ice cream with chocolate. You know, you could do a coffee ice cream smoothie and put chocolate in there. Now you guys are making me hungry. And Becca's ready. Let's go ahead and pull prompt 8. If you aren't ready yet, try to catch up. I don't want to hold the group up. All right, prompt 8. I'm going to pull from right in here, I think. We'll pull this one. Add spray. Are you guys with spray? Are you good with spray? I have one spray I can use. Add spray. If you don't have spray, spit. Use splatter. If you don't have spray, do some splatter. We'll call the splatter spray. I've got this Dilutions. I've been using it. Vanilla custard. I have to be kind of careful. Let's spray it in the center of the circles there. Ooh, I kind of like that. Ooh, got to glue that down a little. There, that's my spray. Now I have to dry it. Heat gun alert. Once I find it. I'm going to have to go in and tack down the edges of this picture, but that's okay. Add spray. That was number 8. We got 2 more. How you doing on yours? Are you liking them, or are you saying, oh no? On those, if they don't turn out, I think we've pretty much decided as a group, if you don't like it after you're done with it, keep working with it. Just keep working with it. I find that usually on prompt 7 or 8, mine start coming together. So I'm starting to, I did not like mine on prompt 3 or 4, but now we're ready for prompt 8, 9. We're ready for prompt 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're ready for prompt 9, and I'm kind of liking mine. It kind of takes time for it to, I'm going to blot. It kind of takes time for it to come together for you. There. Ready, 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 ready? Everybody's ready. I'm going to pull prompt 9. Prompt 9 is where? Where's prompt 9? Where should I pull from? Let's pull way up close here. Let's pull the third one. Third one is coming up, and it is doodle or draw. You guys like those, doodle or draw. And thank Lucia McGill. She's not here tonight, but she's the one who passed these prompts around to me. Oh, so she even typed them out on labels for me. Bless her heart. All I had to do was tape them down. This should be going better. Marker on wet paper doesn't go so good. I like the black and the oranges for kind of fall colors, September colors. That's not working at all for me. So I'm drawing a border around mine. So that's number 9 is doodle or draw. And let's see, I need to do something more to this border. I'm a-liking this. I'm a-liking how it's turning out. She's going to school in the in the splatter storm. Nothing will keep me from learning my lessons, she says. I love my history and art classes. There. Okay, I'm going to call that done. Thank you, Janet. Thank you so. Sorry, I'm back. Wolfie says, paint on my new shirt. No! No! Paint on your new shirt? I hate to say, you should have changed. I'm back. I'm back. Wolfie got paint on her. It's okay. I think it'll come out. I hope so. Ready, 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 ready. Newbies got to learn. You know how many times I've said that to myself? I wore one of my favorite pair of, I had them for years. It's just a really comfortable pair of of slacks with the top. They're blue, and they're just real comfortable. And I don't want to call them polyester because they're not polyester, but they're not silk either. They're real comfortable to wear. And I went thrifting, and I got this magazine stand, and the magazine stand is kind of like a wire type thing with leaves, metal leaves. And I carried that out of the store, and those metal leaves caught on the hem of my beloved slacks that I've had for years, and they were my favorite pair. And it just tore the hem. Yeah, I can't wear them. They're ragged now. So I'll wear them around home. But man, I thought I should have known better. I should have known better. I should have wore clothes that didn't matter when you go thrifting like that. Allie says the western states are very bad right now. Are you talking about forest fires or what, Allie? Okay, everybody's ready. I'm going to pull the last prompt. The last prompt is, ta-da, where shall I pull it from? Here, here, here. I tend to pull from the center. Let's pull right in here. I'll put this down, and I'll pull this one. Markers. Do you want to do markers again? Because we had doodle with markers. I'm going to pull another one. Didn't we have markers, draw with markers? Doodle or draw, add spray, wild card, splatters, strips of paper, 2 mediums. Markers or pens. Let's pick another. Yeah. Actually, I think I'll take one of those out. I'll take emboss and markers out of the deck. All right, let's pull another. Let's pull this one right here. And it is acrylic paint. Have fun. Acrylic paint, any way you want. Acrylic paint. Well, mine's going to be metallic, and I think it will be gold. I think it will be gold. Except I think... Stop it, YouTube. YouTube's kicking me off. Stop it. The last prompt was acrylic paint. That's prompt 10. Prompt 10 is acrylic paint. And, yeah. Thank you, Janet. I'm going to use this screen printing ink and call it acrylic. I think I'll apply it with my palette knife since I already have it out and it needs to be cleaned. Anyway, because I used that texture paste, which you can't see anymore. It's under here. So I think I'll just add some gold texture. But how do I want to do that? Yeah, at least YouTube's free. That's true. We always have to look on the bright side of things. At least it's free. At least we don't have to pay for it. So that's an excellent point. I'm just going to kind of take my palette knife and texture this down in spots, I think, just to give it some... I should have her have a golden rule. Gold fixes everything, although I don't think this page needed a lot of fixing. I was happy with this page. But I need a prompt 10 acrylic paint, so we'll put it on there. Of course, I can't have just a little gold. A little gold does not work. I want my circles to still show. Put some gold in there. She needs some gold in there, I guess. That's where that mask was, but I don't like it there. She needs, her head needs to be. I kind of like that. The mask still shows because the paint is transparent. I kind of like that. Maybe right down in here. I think I'm going to call mine done. That was the last prompt. If you're in Aunt Beck's group, you can post in Aunt Beck's group. If you're in Lisa at My Eclectic Life, you can post in her group, or post on your page, or post on Instagram. I don't know if you can you post pictures on Twitter? I don't know. I've never done that on Twitter. I think you can, because I don't know if Galena's still in here, but I've been enjoying Galena's pictures of her little 6-month-old child. So sweet. And I think she did a video of her crawling too recently. Yay. So Twitter, Instagram, Aunt Beck's group, your Facebook page, or Lisa at My Eclectic Life. I'd love to see what you guys are doing. This is mine. Yay. So, I think we've gone 3 hours, which is a good time. It's 11:10 here, a little over 3 hours. 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Well, a little over 3 hours. Thank you, Steph. Yeah, I like Steph's videos. She did, because she shows all her challenges that she's in. Thank you, Janet. Let's see. Tonight we did reverse collage in the angel book and the did we do the doll book? Yeah, we did the doll book. We taped some pictures in the Childcraft magazine. We opened Happy Mail. I showed you all the books that I got at the library sale. We carved the Flirty-Eye Stamp. We talked about Pierre and Pinelope. Now, Pinelope has a vice. We know Pierre kind of has this little drying out vice, but Penelope has a vice, and that's chocolate and potato chips. So they're going to be partners in vice. We did the Halloween costume list, and we did the Pick 10. So thank you, Danny. Oh, I'll bet your page is looking good, too, because you all do such beautiful art. I so enjoy seeing the Pick 10s. Rosemary! Rosemary, Rosemary, Rosemary. That's okay. At least you peeked in and said hello to us. I've been enjoying seeing Rosemary at Vicky, what's her last name? I can't remember Vicky's last name. Her stream that she streams on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Ross. Is it Ross? R-O-S-S? Vicky Ross. And I saw you today in Barb, I think, Rosemary. So hi. So thanks for coming in and saying hello. What else do I need to say here? Good night, Vicky. Good night, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'll stream again on Tuesday morning at 4:30. That's when I have the most fun, because I get to chat to my international friends, and it's really a nice time to do art. I'll probably carve some more ice stamps on Tuesday. Good night, everybody. Take care of your family. Take care of yourself. Find some time to do some art. Take care of your pets. And just have a great weekend. Good night.